Before you can become a writer, you first have to try being something else. Anything will do. Play soccer competitively, become an Eagle Scout, go on a mission for your church. Set a goal to become the president of IBM. Not the IBM of today, mind you, but the powerhouse from the 80s. A lofty goal indeed. When soaring to such heights, it's best to fail early on, say at 14. That way you'll have more to write about. Write a lot of stories. In one story, you and your best friend live on Pluto. In Plutonian years, you're 83 and a half and 84. But in Earth years, you're only 11 and 12. It's common knowledge that to become a good writer necessitates being a good reader. So read a lot. Paper books are best, especially those from your father's expansive science fiction and fantasy library. Fall in love with Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series. Read each novel, purchasing in hardcover the day it comes out. Realize, with a certain evolving maturity, the drawbacks of a series that drags on forever. Now that you're an older teen, time is scarce. High school and girls are taking over. Become inspired by your high school freshman English teacher, Mr. Travis. He opens your eyes to the world of poetry, and now suddenly there are words to go along with all your teenage angst. Write a lot of poems. Ask Mr. Travis to be a reference on your Eagle Scout projects. He scribbles down a few words on a scrap of paper. David Gailey is a class act. He doesn't attend your Eagle ceremony, but the gesture lingers. When you return to school later, you're shocked to learn that Mr. Travis took his own life. He'd been going through a divorce and had become despondent. It's the first time you come face to face with suicide, but not the last. Think of Mr. Travis often and remember his smile and imagine the pain it must have been hiding. Learn to mask your own pain. Join the high school junior varsity soccer team and play a lot of soccer. When a much larger varsity player keeps tripping you every time you get the ball, decide to trip him back. When he lands hard and then gets in your face, demanding to know why you tripped him, look up at him and say, "Stop hacking my ankles." Be genuinely surprised when not only does he not clobber you, but the hacking stops. Learn something valuable. Have a few girlfriends. It never works out, of course, but you'll write a lot about love and loss. When one girlfriend tells you that you'll never sing as good as Rob Penniger, take private voice lessons and then take fourth chair at regionals. She'll apologize to you later, but you'll have learned a valuable lesson about believing in yourself and a lesson about her too. Your best writing will come from these poignant moments of adversity and despair. Remember Mr. Travis. When you return from your mission to Switzerland, take the German college CLEP exam and pass with a 99%. You're surprised because you struggled to learn Spanish in high school and thought you'd never be able to master a second language. Perhaps you become too overconfident, though, when you decide to move out on your own. It's not that you necessarily ready or think that you've got things figured out. It's just that by this point, you're convinced that for sure 100% your parents don't. And this casts everything you ever learned into a new light. So you might as well try to sort things on your own. This will not go well. Somehow you manage to become an adult without ever having been taught how to navigate some of life's more complex pitfalls. Make a lot of mistakes. Fall down, get back up, fall down again. Rinse, lather, repeat. Quit relationships, quit jobs, quit school, have children, become inspired again. Write about how your 4 and 5-year-old daughters greet everyone from Home Depot that they meet with a line from a Disney movie. Somewhere in the back of your mind, become concerned about their friendliness and lack of regard for talking to strangers. Contemplate on how your concern reflects the culture that we live in. Go back to school, work hard, Keep writing. Get better. Learn to despise words like potential and someday. Occasionally, a family member will ask you if writers ever become discouraged. Ask them if they've ever heard of Lori Marr. When they stare at you blankly, say, sometimes they do, and sometimes they do. Join the Gilbert Toastmasters group. Meet some great and interesting people. Learn something new, and keep writing. Thank you.